of America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half are replicas.
What's going on, D-Gens? Sent back at it with another video for you guys. This video is going to be a little bit longer, so I just wanted to put that out there first. I'm basically going to be doing a review on the post drop on Gooniez Gang NFT, and just kind of going through some stuff that happened in the space about this project, and give you guys my overall thoughts and opinions and predictions on this guy right here. Without further ado, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. And if you guys have any other questions about this specific topic that I'm going to be going over here, just comment down below and I'll hopefully get back to you guys. So if you guys don't know what Gooniez Gang NFT is, basically it's one of those 3D projects that has really high resolution art that does look very appealing to the eye. Looking at their Twitter, they did join in January. They already have 153,000 followers on their Twitter. It's basically a gang of 8,888 Goonies unleashed to cause havoc in the metaverse from the minds behind Transformers and X-Men. It is currently sold out. So I want to show you guys an example of their art really quick. This is how the pre-review looks like, but I want to jump down here. Perfect. So this is kind of how the art kind of looks like. It's very similar to the Warner Bros. Style on how they make their Donald the Duck, sorry, excuse me, things like that. I'm gonna try to leave this video as uncut and raw as I can as well. They did want to do a collab, I think, with Pet Hooligan. I don't know if that ever happened, but this is kind of the art style that they have going on here. Pretty cool stuff, honestly. The art is pretty cool. I'll be going into this. They had a billboard, trucks, and merch and all that, but I will get to that later here. So with this much hype on a project, honestly, it should have, like, you shouldn't set a standard on what floor it should have, but like looking at the performance that it has pre-reveal, this is kind of bad compared to a lot of projects that have came out in this type of niche, in the 3D art type of vibe. It honestly hasn't done so good in my opinion. But I do want to go through the analytics and show you guys a little bit, and then we'll jump into my boy NFT Pasta's video, which just kind of go over all the stuff that happened with this project. So they did deploy 3 days ago, which is February 8th, and it was a 8,888 piece project collection. 10% royalties. It's unrevealed currently. The floor is about 0.33 right now. Look at the volume, it's been going down in the last 24 hours. Average price has been going down 12% in the last 24 hours, I believe. And then looking at the 3-day chart, when we did the release, we had a 3.5, 3.4, and then now it's just steadily chilling at the 3.3 mark right now. Not really a lot of stats, honestly, on this guy. Total tokens listed 1,160, so that is pretty good for 8,888. A lot of people are holding. Let's check on OpenSea. Yep, so that is accurate there. And we have listings a little bit above the floor, under the floor, and all that good stuff. Total minted was maxed out, and the mint price was 0.15, which isn't too shabby, especially now that Ethereum is moving up again. Unique wallets are 609, 78% of the wallets are holding a single item. No trades or anything yet. Looking at some transactions here, I want to see how they've been selling with you guys. So we did have a sale for about 0.39 above the floor about a minute ago, so people are selling above the floor. A lot of transfers though. That's kind of where we're sitting with that. Not a lot of crazy action there. Taking a look at their website, I did want to go over the roadmap with you guys. Basically, the first thing they're going to do is a beta version of their game in Q3, and then they're going to do 3D collectibles as well, and then finally merch. Not finally, sorry, and then ownership. They're going to be giving you guys some files that you can use in the metaverse, and then you'll be able to earn gang token as a virtual in-game token. It's basically kind of, they're going to try to make a Mario Kart game, but with the ducks. And then they're going to have anime series in the metaverse and all that good stuff there, and then events in real life, and a metaverse takeover. So looking at their team here, there's no links on their team at all. Sorry, not at all, only for a couple people, which does kind of make you sketched out. And then yeah, so they're a pretty big team. I don't want to go into this individually because you guys are going to see this in NFT Pasta's video. But without further ado, let's quickly watch that here.
2 hours before they minted, we dove pretty deep into it and decided that it was a little bit sketchy. But the mint went horribly and a lot of stuff came out, and I want to talk about all of that stuff today. Some stuff that you probably didn't realize actually happened, and I just kind of want to warn the people that are getting involved in it, because there is a lot of people still buying in. The floor is at about 0.4, I think. So I think it's important for this information to be out. Everything was based off if everything was just based off rumor, you know, I wouldn't be making this video and it wouldn't be such a big deal. But I've just seen a lot of stuff going on, so I think I want to cover it in a video like this. So let's just get into it. So to touch on quickly, go follow my Twitch. Is in a minute. So quickly, Brett and Sebastian, you guys probably both know them, were added as advisors pretty late on into this project. Brett's video didn't even go up like within 24 hours. It was within 24 hours of the pre-sale mint and the public. Sebastian's went up about a week before that, but this marketing advisory stuff that they do has not always worked out in the past, if you guys know my other video on crypto champions, and I don't think have any ill intent. As always, maybe they didn't do their due diligence again in terms of looking into the team, because from what we can see as the public, there isn't enough information, definitely not enough that I would feel comfortable advising for a project like, especially is that they're proven builders.
You guys know I love their art style, their world building. These guys are proven builders. If we go ahead and go down and look at the team, you guys know I love to bet on the team.
Okay, so the first thing Brett brings up is that they're proven builders, when in fact,
One thing I do want to say is now they changed their website, and like all the team has been changed around a little bit. Not the whole team, but some people have been taken out or replaced. So this is older, and this was right before the mint or during the mint. So this is why it's very sketchy and sus.
they're not really doxed at all. I'm going to be going over through the entire artist team and a little bit into the main team. Community,
Which is actually going to be the 3D animation and creative director for movies like Transformers, X-Men, Jurassic Park, and Fast and Furious. We come over here to Matthew Flowery, Justice League, Star Trek, Wonder Woman, and Black Widow, Mark and Jade Brumois, SpongeBob the Movie, Riddick, and Captain Underpants. So these guys...
Right, so none of these guys have links on the website, and just to touch on this guy here, Theory Demos, it just says Transformers, X-Men, Jurassic Park. As you guys know, there's multiple Transformers, X-Men, so I wasn't able to find anything in that regard, but the Fast and Furious has it in brackets here, Hobbs and Shaw, and I will be going into this, but he's not listed anywhere on it.
Guys are playing at the highest level of design. So guys, if we look at the roadmap, like I said,
so that's pretty much, Brett didn't talk too much into it, but I want to touch on what Sebastian said in his video here.
One here. So as you can see by that video, these people are not messing around. They are definitely a team of people that know what they're doing, and I'm very, very excited to see what happens with this project. Their website is very basic, and they have a lot more. They're kind of just drip feeding information, so you guys are gonna have to follow them on Twitter. Go join their Discord. I do also want to say I do have some whitelist spots to give away for this project, since I am an advisor for them. They were generous enough to give me whitelist spots, even though there's barely any to go around. So I will have that in the description. You guys can go check that out right now. But make sure you watch the entire video first, and then go check.
Note he said there are barely any whitelist spots to go around, and he did get whitelist spots. So did I? Did I get on the whitelist? No.
Check out the Gooniez NFT whitelist. And the project I want to compare Gooniez to is Hate Beast. So I'm sure everybody's heard about this project, but they have a massive amount of followers, almost 300,000 followers, still have yet to reveal. And as you can see, the floor price pre-reveal is 8.45. And that's simply because of the amount of hype that this project has. People are still buying it for Ethereum 22,000, and they don't even know what they're buying, which is absolutely crazy. I think that we can see Gooniez pull off something similar to Hate Prime, maybe not at the same level, but I think we could easily see the Gooniez floor between 3 and 5 ETH pre-reveal. Something else about...
Okay, and then he just touches on how he is an advisor. He did make that very clear, just to point out. And he is a marketing advisor for this. So the fact that he is giving his prediction on the floor price, I think is really unprofessional, to be honest, if you're advising on a team, and comparing it to something like Hate Beast, when comparing Gooniez gang, if you know anything about the NFT space, comparing it to Hate Beast is like comparing like oranges to apples. We saw it peak out at now whatever it's at right now, like 0.4 ETH, not 8 ETH. So it's crazy that he made this prediction, but I thought that was kind of odd. And the fact that he talked about the whitelist spots there, we'll get into that though. So coming over here, you can see that OpenSea, yeah, still getting a decent amount of volume and hovering around that 0.3 to 0.4. They have gone down a little bit. They did dip all the way down to below 0.2, just below 0.2, but they are back up now from the massive amount of hype that is going on for this collection. Now, I wanted to touch on quickly here their Twitter. They did unfollow me, so that's always fun. They were following me. They had 41 following, and obviously they followed me because I actually did do a raffle giveaway for these guys, both in my Discord and on Twitter, and I was even mentioned on their website, and I'm still mentioned on their website, but they haven't, but they decided to unfollow me on Twitter, and yeah, I wasn't even on the whitelist. We'll get into that though. So, coming down here, you can see they've even added other people onto the website. You can see myself here. Amir got added on here. I've spoken to Amir about this quite a bit, and he was not happy about this. He didn't give them permission, neither did I. I don't think they asked for permission from any of these people. I know Champ didn't even realize he was on the website, which I think is really unprofessional as well. Collidercraft reached out to me and everyone involved to get our permission for us to be on their website, but Gooniez Gang never did the same. They just threw it up there, which I think is, again, unprofessional. But Amir even said take me off it days ago, and they still haven't, which is just like, they left him on there through the mint, which is just like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, so I had my mic muted, but looking at their website now, he's not there anymore. Let's go down. Yeah, so they don't even have anyone on there like it was before, which is kind of strange. Oh, never mind, they do. So yeah, but they don't have Amir on there. They moved him and NFT Pasta. They just kept them through the mint, which is pretty messed up. But I'm gonna let you guys keep watching here.
And yeah, you can see there's a bunch of people that are listed on here, and the fact that they actually put Amir and Champ between Seb and Brett, who are advisors for this project, makes like it really gives the vibe that, you know, you kind of start to understand where this mentality is coming from for these project devs or whoever is organizing this stuff. We're not sure because it's really unclear. So to go through the artist team, first we're going to be looking at Danny. The first person here, he's Danny VL. There's no information. I can't find any information on this guy. I've looked, like, I've Google searched all of these people, and this is all the information I could find. So the first person basically credits Showtime All Access, Dayzen, behind the scenes, and yeah, I couldn't find anything on him. Now, next person is Fairy Demers, and yeah, full cast and crew of Hobbs and Shaw. This is the guy here, I believe. You can see he is a CEO / creative director at the Kevin's Got a Gun Co., which I couldn't find either, but this is in Montreal, Canada, and a lot of the people from this team are from Canada, I believe. So this does seem to be the guy, but again, I looked through the entire cast and crew for Hobbs and Shaw. Like, I just Control F'd his name in here, last and first name, found nothing, and that is the entire cast and crew on IMDb. It's massive. It's a massive list, and he's not on there. Okay, moving on to Tadej Blazik. I don't know. Big T Goon. His name is. Credits owner of Parking Studios and video creator. This is one of the only people I could actually find information on. This guy does do freelance work as a 3D artist, so that kind of checked out. I reached out to this guy, but I didn't get a response yet. Yeah, you can see his 3D work on Instagram. It's pretty good. I actually don't mind it. I think it's pretty cool. You can jump over here. This is his studio that they have linked here. I think the fact that they've linked it kind of like this, saying owner of Parking Studios and then NVIDIA creator, it means nothing, to be honest. Parking Studio, 260 followers, and they just do 3D brand packaging for small businesses and startups. And it says here in his bio, hashtag NVIDIA creator and YouTube tutorials, which I have no idea what that means. I don't think it means anything, but they've listed it on the website here like it does mean something. Okay, moving on to the next person. This is Matthew Flowery, Matt Gooniez, his name is, and he's doing 3D rigging and lighting, and his credits are Justice League, Star Trek Beyond, Wonder Woman, and Black Widow. And from what I can tell, this guy does look legit. He does lighting for these for Digital Domain, which has worked on a bunch of really, really big movies, including the ones I just talked about. You can come here. Oh, that's the next person. Actually, my bad. But yeah, I don't really understand why they've hired like a lighting artist. You can see he's a senior lighting artist for the game. Obviously, they need lighting, but I thought it was just interesting that they put him up here. I think it's kind of just to name drop the projects that he's worked on, in my opinion. And then Marc-Andre Benoit, credits are SpongeBob the movie, Riddick, and Captain Underpants. And you can see his IMDb here. That's all I could find though. So yeah, that's really all I could find on him. There's no information. This is what I'm talking about. Now, one thing I want to touch on is this teaser. Oh, sorry, the music was off. This teaser that they put out for the game in development a while back, and this has been the only piece of evidence that we have seen. Not evidence, but what do you call it? Basically, the only footage we've seen of the game being developed, and none of the people in this video are those people that we just spoke about. Like, I really don't know who these people are. You can't see their faces. They're all kind of just facing the other way. The only guy's face that you can see is this guy at the end here, and I can't put his face to anyone on the team. This looks like a studio that is developing the game, and there is no information about any studio partnering with Gooniez Gang, so this just makes no sense to me. I couldn't get any other leads on this. It just seems super sus. Like, why is there no information about these people or this studio or anything? If they're developing a game, why not be clear about it like My Pet Hooligan? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, touching on to the next thing. Basically, their team is made up of a lot of marketers, and I wanted to quickly just note here how they do this whole billboard thing. We're seeing this a lot with a lot of collections, and it's kind of like giving this narrative that they're going to be massive when they purchase these billboards in Times Square and put them on these trucks and stuff. I don't know. I think it's really lame in my opinion, and it's honestly a red flag when I see this sort of stuff, because if a project's this good, like why do you need a full marketing team to sell it to people? Like, if you're marketing an NFT collection, they're basically, I'm really tired. I'm forgetting my words here, but they're like, it's like they're boasting that they're able to sell you this product and sell you this idea. Like, how about you just create something cool and then we buy it, because people are looking to buy stuff in the NFT space. You don't need a marketing team unless you're trying to market a certain idea to this audience that isn't really true. That's my opinion on it. You can see here, I mean, Gooniez Gang is pointed out, and what is next to them? Hyper Sloth. Like, people are acting like this is a good thing when this is the project that you're comparing it to. Some random, like, somewhat pointless 3D collection, this meta that we've seen a million times over, and there's no difference between all of them. It's just boring roadmaps and whatever. Like, this, they have a bigger billboard than Gooniez. Like, this isn't good. It doesn't mean anything. It's just the marketing team behind this, these people that are working for this project, whatever group has come together to make this happen. It's probably their companies, and like I believe the merch as well is made by one of the guys on the team. He has a company that does this sort of stuff. They're just, using the facilities that they already have to push forth this narrative of Gooniez Gang being the next Mario Kart, being this massive brand, and it's all just shit. Okay, to touch on the team here, there's a lot to go through here. The team is not really doxed. It's really, really weird. They have a really big team, but I haven't seen words out of any of them, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There's no founder. They're not promoting any type of founder, which I find really, really odd. And the main person that I see is just Big Goonski in Discord, and that is the person I spoke to directly to get my whitelist spots. Come to his Twitter, and it's private. This is the main guy in the Discord. You would know him if you were in their Discord. Touching on this thread here that Arsini made on Twitter as well was really, really interesting. So, what he went over is if one thing that I'm going to touch on a little bit later, but I want to mention it because it was in this thread. So he said if you're a whitelist member, you could mint up to 2 NFTs. 3,500 whitelist members at the same amount was the supply, so there were not guaranteed mints. After the AMA and the feedback from the community, they changed it to 1 mint per person. So originally was 3,500 whitelist members and 3,500 whitelist mints, and they were able to mint 2, which obviously makes no sense, and they changed it to 1, which is what it launched at, but obviously you guys probably know what happened, and I'll be going through it. The next thing he mentions in this thread is 5 founders, and one of them has an account on Twitter, Rizdom. So 5 founders, one of them has an account on Twitter, so that's Rizdom here, which you can see his account here, and he's worked for, well, he's a founder of a couple of different things here, and he is linked on the website, and he's not private. But then this is the interesting part. It says, at Malmo has been in the space for quite some time now and has done marketing and has around 60 to 70,000 on Instagram NFT page and 270k on TikTok NFT pages. And if it is nice to see that they have some experience in the space. Now, I'm really confused because Malmo, the Instagram has been deleted. Now, if you come over and see at Malmo on Twitter, basically people asking to dox and a bit confused about Gooniez Gang. Not a lot of things, but this is where it was interesting for me. When I was streaming on Twitch, if you guys know Scourge, he's another kind of influencer in the space, and he was in the stream and chatting with me when I was researching this project, and he was actually approached by Gooniez Gang to do a whitelist, and he denied it, but the person that approached him was Malmo. And so he went back to see the screenshots when we were talking on stream, and he goes and realizes that this guy's account has just been deleted as a founder for Gooniez Gang. Like I said, there's no direct founder for this project. It's kind of just a random mix of team people, a random mix of in the team, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense where they're coming from and where the direction is going for this. I watched AMA as well from a Twitter Spaces. It was very, very odd. It had just Discord managers in it. There was no one from the artist team. There was no one that was being put out as the main team members in the Twitter Spaces. It was really, really odd. Okay, touching on the next thing here. This is kind of about their team again. So if you come over to their website, the first people that pop up on their team are these people here. Worldwide, Stally, Anonymous, Contract 1721A, which is, we've seen a lot of people using recently. Now, the gas on the mint actually wasn't bad, but the estimated gas was like $800, which is just really odd, but something to touch on there. We have been auditing our contract by multiple skilled and reputable developers in the space, and it has passed with a green light. So, right, you would think the contract was going to be all fine if they've had it audited by multiple skilled and reputable developers. So why, when I come over to this guy's OpenSea, and many others, mind you, was he able to mint an absolute crap ton? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11? Yeah. He was able to mint 11 Gooniez Gang. That is because they had a massive flaw in their contract that basically let people buy and then trade and mint again, or they were able to mint and then sell the NFT, and when it was out of their wallet, they were able to mint again. So they could either just mint and trade it off their account and mint again, or they could just sell it and then take those funds, buy another mint, and just sell it, which this guy did and made a ton of money. So the fact that they said it was audited and then this was still in the contract just kind of plays to this whole fact. And they're saying that they're basically made up of a team of Web3 developers, smart contract people, but this is like the result that we get. It makes zero sense to me. Coming over here, another thing they did that is just makes no sense for a team that is made out of smart contract developers. They spent 6 ETH deploying the whitelist on chain onto this collection, which is the weirdest thing ever. It makes no sense. You can see here they even did one of their whitelists and it got cancelled because it was out of gas. It failed and they had to do it again. Now, I thought this might be the reason why I didn't get whitelist and half the people that I did the raffle for didn't get whitelist, but it wasn't. I looked into this. So I went through every single whitelist prompt that they did. All 5 that actually went through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip this one here because it failed and they redid it. And I got it up on a Notepad++. I checked, it only had about 3 duplicated addresses, which is just normal. And I was not on there anywhere, which makes sense because I wasn't on the whitelist. But the interesting thing was that if you were counting here, this one failed, there are 5,000 addresses on here. And like I said, only 3 duplicates. So they manually on-chained 5,000 addresses after saying that the whitelist was only going to be 3,500, and then same day, I believe 1 hour before, and I have it up here, 1 hour before the mint, this was 1 a.m. my time, 2 a.m. my time was the mint, they upped it to 4,000 total whitelist mints. But they manually on-chained 5,000 addresses on there just to create FOMO. And the fact is, they missed people because I didn't even get on there. If you come over here, this is the people with the eggplant. They're the people that actually got onto the contracts. I went through and checked them all. I didn't get on, and another 5 people that I gave whitelist spots to also didn't get on the whitelist. You can see only 4 of them did. This is the conversation I had with Big Goonsey. I even sent him everything, and he said got it. So it was confirmed that they got the whitelist spots, and then just completely screwed us off. So who knows how many whitelist spots they were actually meant to put on the contract. They put 1,000 over what they said they were going to do, 1,500 over what they originally said they were going to do, and they still missed half of my spots. So if you want to do the math there, it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, which is the weirdest thing here. They said, newsflash, our gang has thrived off the support and commitment of our most loyal members, and with that, we wanted to make sure you get the same energy back. We have decided to make some of the sacrifices internally. Oh, such a sacrifice. And giving more people the opportunity to own our NFT at the cheapest price possible. We added 500 more whitelist members and made the final allocation of whitelist supply 4,000 Goonies of Goonie Gang NFTs. Thank you all who made the whitelist journey truly one-of-kind experience, blah blah blah. So they upped it to 4,000 but then loaded 5,000 on anyway. One thing I have here as well that I thought was funny is here they said, we would also like to use this opportunity to apologize to any of our amazing members that did not get the chance to participate in either of our whitelist sales, sale and public sale. Your effort and love will always be remembered in the creation of Goonies Gang Apex. Obviously just complete lies. The wallet with 350 mints is our community wallet, and we will be using those for collabs, giveaways and more. I mean, could you not put those to some of the people that you promised whitelist to that didn't get it? You can see here, I actually took this screenshot, I think. Oh, maybe I didn't. I forgot to include it. But I even went in their Discord and put the profile picture on that they said. They made everyone who wanted to be on the whitelist put a profile picture on and stay active in their Discord, which I did. I went and commented. I went and chat every single day and even put my profile picture in their Discord as the whitelisted Goonie, and I still wasn't on it. Like I followed the rules even. I still didn't even get on it. It's crazy. It makes no sense. I don't know why they needed to do this, and then the fact to turn around and say that we're, apologizing that people weren't able to mint when they blatantly over allocated it, and then had a massive exploit that caused people to just mint out the entire collection basically before anyone else could get involved. It's just incompetence at its finest. The fact that they're saying that the team, if you come down to the team, this is literally the first 4 people that they're saying are on the team. They're all smart contract developers and they had it audited, and about the project. They have like barely any information. I think there's a reason why they haven't put links up for any of these people except for this one guy. It makes no sense. I hate this mouse on their website, by the way. And the rest of the team is just random people. It's just advisors, Discord wizard, marketing, and Discord. Seems so sus. I don't know what else to say. Like, there is nothing backing up this project but fluff. It's just fluff. I can't find any piece of evidence that like helps their case. Everything they say, they're contradicting, and they're doing different. They're just going every which way, making all these excuses for whatever happens when they're blatantly doing it. Like, I'm telling you, they loaded 5,000 addresses manually. Why'd they do it on chain? That doesn't make any sense. If they're contract developers, how incompetent are they? They can't even figure out how to do it off chain and save $18,000 in gas. And then they still put too many people on there. And then they don't even put half the whitelist. Half my raffle didn't get on. I didn't even get whitelist. And I'm listed on their fucking website. Like, without my permission. They put me on the website without my permission. They gave me raffles. I did them on Twitter. I did them on Discord. I made a video about them even. They didn't ask me to. I just made one because I thought the project was cool at the time. And then they still fail to give me whitelist. I'm not saying I wanted whitelist. I couldn't care less at this point. I don't like the...
Sorry guys, I had to do a couple of things before I ended this video since it was a longer one, but you guys kind of get the idea here. The project has been just all over the place, not really figured out. They're just all fluff, honestly, in my opinion. I'm not here to bash them, but I feel this dude's pain. Like, honestly, like having these types of experiences with these types of projects is honestly ridiculous. If you're gonna have this big of a following and really put out something that's good art and has a good, like, decent roadmap, you should be able to, you know, just support yourself and all of that. But that's all I really had for you guys. Leave your guys's experiences down below. I'll take a quick look. If you guys have any questions or anything about the situation, I'll try my best to answer them. But this is all I have for you guys. I'm out. Peace.